Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be giving you a brief description of what Git is. What is Git? Git is a free and open source version control system. What is a version control system? A version control is a system that records changes to a file or a set of files. It does this over time so that you can recall or revert to specific versions later if you need to. Git is also distributed. What that means is that it clones the version of the source code or the files across several machines or servers. So if one dies, you can always pick up a clone or a version from another server. So it is distributed. That's what that means. Git is designed to handle both small and large projects with speed and efficiency. Git is mainly used by programmers, developers mainly, to keep track of code changes, although it can be used by other people who are also not programmers. Anyone actually can use Git, but it is primarily used by programmers and developers to keep track of code changes. Git runs on the command line of a computer. If you're on a Windows, it will run on the command line, or if you are on a Mac, then you can run it via the terminal. To work with Git, you have to create what is called a repository. A repository basically is kind of like a project file. So you need to create a repository, and it's also called a repo for short. And inside that repository is where it tracks all the file changes you make. It also keeps all your files in that repository. Git can be used alone, or you can use it in collaboration with a team. If you have a team of people working on the same project, you can use Git, and you can use it independently while working on the project, and then you can merge all your file changes later. Git also lets you keep a permanent record of who made changes. So whatever changes is made to a file or group of file is kept. The record is recorded permanently by the Git control system. Git can take a snapshot of the state of your files at time intervals. So you can set the time intervals where it can take snapshots of the files. So you decide when to take the snapshot, and you also decide what files it can take the snapshot of. It also lets you view your snapshots. Git is a completely free version control system. Open source means is open for people to contribute, that is developers to contribute to making it better. Apart from Git, there are other version control systems out there. There are paid ones. Microsoft has one called TFS, which is called Team Foundation Server. That is what Microsoft uses as its version control. There are other paid ones in the market, but Git is quite popular and it does a good job and it's free. So this concludes the lecture on Git. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to this lecture. In this lecture, I'll be giving you a brief description of what GitHub is. What is GitHub? GitHub basically is a web-based Git repository hosting service. So it's a web-based website where you can upload your Git repositories. It has a graphical interface that enables you to navigate through your own repositories. It also allows others to navigate your repositories, and you can also navigate other people's repositories. GitHub makes it easy for collaboration, so it allows you to collaborate with repositories that were created by others. GitHub has both desktop and mobile integration, so you can use it on a desktop and also on a mobile device. GitHub provides bug tracking features, so it enables you to track bug changes and any other stuff relating to bugs. It also has features where you can manage your task, so it allows you to manage various tasks that you have. GitHub basically has the largest host of source code in the world. There are over 18 million users on GitHub, and it has over 40 million repositories. It also allows for Wiki for all projects. Wiki, kind of like Wikipedia. A wiki basically allows anyone who's got access or permission within the community to edit and add to the content. So that's basically what GitHub is in a nutshell. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.